If you like the content that we're pushing out, please like, share, and of course subscribe. And let us know in the comments what you think about our videos. Like, why would you watch it and not tell us what's going on? And I hope to see you later on. Peace out. Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome to another video. Today's going to be about Luke Cage Season 2. Now, of course, the show did not drop yet, but we are going to kind of get ahead of the game and discuss about the Season 2 villain, because a lot of that information is now public. Luke Cage is going to be dropping June 22nd on Netflix, of course, so make sure you go and check that out. And without further ado, let's get right into it. Now, what we see in the trailer, as well as, what we've seen online as well, is that there seems to be, Luke Cage is having this pretty okay time in Harlem where people pretty much who are villains or criminals, I guess, fear him and know that they don't really stand a chance. Now, and later on in the trailer, it's about maybe about a minute or so, we see that someone is actually able to punch him, and I mean full-blown punch him, and then put him in this like knockout kind of phase, like, oh my god, like I don't know what's going on kind of thing, like where you kind of trying to pull yourself together. And this is where part of the trailer starts to get interesting. Now, at first, from what I've seen in the trailer, a lot of it seemed like a misdirection. Like, it kind of seemed like the person who punched him was drawing powers from some sort of mystic arts. It looked like some sort of Palo Mayumbe, which is basically an island version of like witchcraft or whatever like that. I'm not going to get too deep into it because I'm not an expert in that, but it seemed like he was somebody who was drawing from magic. But then after they revealed who the villain was, I remember actually seeing this maybe one time in an Iron Fist comic. Like, it's a really old comic, but what was it, Iron Fist number 15 from that's 1977. Sorry. Bushmaster is actually a villain who's from the Caribbean, so that's probably why they had that little scene with the Caribbean witchcraft and all that stuff, to kind of make the point that yes, he is from the Caribbean. But Bushmaster became the leader of like a European branch of drug smuggling that eventually made its way into the US inside of Marvel Comics. Now, initially his introduction was, like I said, Iron Fist number 15 was because Bushmaster arranged the murder of Iron Fist, who at the time was Misty Knight's lover, which I'm pretty sure we might get that later on in the series when Iron Fist and Luke Cage kind of cross over, but we'll see how that works in terms of heroes for hire. But anyways, I'm not going to get really too deep into it, but eventually Bushmaster actually kind of gained a mutation very similar to Luke Cage, where he underwent the same experiment, except his strength was increased a little bit more than Luke Cage's, as well as he still had the invulnerability and all that good stuff. So he pretty much actually is a full-blown threat to Luke Cage in terms of he can actually go toe-to-toe with him in terms of strength and power. Now, later on in the comics, he actually was further exposed to this experiment, but then because he was further exposed to this experiment, it actually led to his powers going awry, which led to him being able to draw people's life force into himself to make himself stronger, but also it made his powers very unstable. So if he gained too much energy, eventually he would turn into like this lifelike statue and he would freeze. Now, what it seems like is going to happen in season 2 is that Bushmaster is basically just someone who feels like he needs to challenge Luke Cage. He's someone who smuggles in drugs and kind of brings in this whole concept of bringing down the community with these drugs from outside of the United States. But because Luke Cage is currently running Harlem in terms of protecting it and making sure that people are safe, well, Bushmaster is somebody who has to take over. He has to challenge him just out of necessity, because he feels like he is the only one who can take over the territory and actually win. In reality, his character wasn't really that big, at least publication wise, because like I said, I've only seen him maybe about like once or twice, probably more than that. He does exist in the Marvel comic book runs, but like I said, he wasn't really a big deal. But he's definitely a solid character to introduce into season 2 in order for them to introduce that there are more metahumans, there are more people out there with abilities. Not all of them are superheroes, but also even on neighborhood level kind of introductions, that there are people who can challenge people like Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, Iron Fist, and all that good stuff. Now, let me know in the comments down below what you think about season 2 and what do you expect to happen, as well as do you feel like you're going to be excited for Bushmaster. Now, like I said, I encourage you to go look it up on the internet and see and explore a little bit about him. Like I said, his first publication history was in Iron Fist number 15 in 1977, but he does make some appearances. I believe it is Cage number 15 as well, and that was in about like 1992 if I remember correctly. 1993, yes, 1992. I'm about to say 1993, huh? But if you're new to the channel, please be sure to like, share, and of course subscribe, and leave a comment down below and let me know what you're expecting for season 2, of course. And I hope to see you in the next one. Peace out, Zaddy.